Hello, this is Ron Nutter, and with the release of this video, I'm happy to announce that my next book, Protecting Your Online Presence, will shortly be available for purchase. Right now, it is in pre-order. While I'm still working through some additional videos, you'll notice up at the top, it does say new interactive version. And there's a reason for that. This book is the first of the ones that I will be producing where I will be linking within the book through URLs and QR codes to where you can get to videos that I have put out on YouTube for additional content that I could not put within the book, because let's face it, how easy is it to put a video within a book. So we're going to go over registering your book purchase, how the book is organized. We're going to talk about the demo videos, and then getting your online accounts protected. First, if you haven't already bought your book, this is going to be getting released no later than the middle of January. And if possible, I will get it released at the end of December if I'm happy with where the additional content is going. And you can register your book at www.ronnutter.com/PYOP-2. If you do go to this before the book is released, you will go to a page where you can indicate you want to be notified as soon as the book is released. So if you don't go ahead and pre-order, I will be sending out an announcement once the book does go up for sale. One of the reasons I did this book is because several people I know through different social media groups had gotten their accounts hacked, and there are ways where you can do a lot to avoid that. Now, some people say, oh, just have a good, strong password. That's just one piece of the equation. And what we'll go through and do is cover some of the terminology in the book. And you will have things, especially if you have done this through, if you get experience with this through commercial situations where there is something called two-factor authentication, where there are tokens that you use that use a series of 6 digits, sometimes more, where those change every 30 seconds, and that is used in addition to your username, in addition to your password, as an additional layer of protection, because the hackers have to have that in order to get into your account. So it's something that it's changing all the time, and it's that much harder to get into. I mean, if somebody wants to break into your account, given enough time and resources, they can probably get in. You just don't have to make it easy for them. So what I'll go through is a lot of the terminology that you'll see used throughout the book. Don't let it scare you. It's very easy to add additional protection to all of your online accounts. We'll also cover something called Password Manager. If this is something that you have not already started doing, please do that today. There are a host of options available: MSecure, LastPass, Keeper, Splash ID, Dashlane. You see just a few of the ones that are available. And this is not a decision to be made quickly. You need to look at what your needs are. For example, I use, between different books that I'm working on, I've got an iPhone, I've got an Android phone, I've got MacBooks that I write on, I've got Windows machines that I may use. So having a synchronized database so that I don't know, regardless of where I am, I always have the password available to me is very handy to have. LastPass is another option. These are all good applications. So it's just a matter of finding what one works best for you and is the most versatile. So again, the only thing that's worse than picking one that maybe is not the best fit is not picking one at all, because it's going to make it easier for you to keep up with the different passwords, because really you should not have the same password on more than one site. And this will help make it that much easier to do for you. Now, I talked briefly about a token. That is something that in the commercial world, you'll see a little key fob like device that several companies have out there. There are more than one kind of token. That is one way of doing it. There are companies like Yubico that have another token that plugs into the USB slot on a laptop, or if you have near field communications or NFC on your smartphone, and right now only Android has that, and not all the Android phones have that, you can be able to use that token with your phone. Now, there are a variety of soft tokens out there. Google Authenticator was one of the first ones that I got to know and started using. Then I found Authy, which is Google Authenticator to the next level. It offers some additional features that Google Authenticator does not. Symantec VIP is another well-known one. Now, I've only found used on just a few of the sites that I go to, and primarily that's PayPal and eBay. They have their own reasons for using it, so you may end up using more than one token, but that's fine. SaaSpass is another one. It takes Authy to a whole nother level in what it does. It keeps track of your workstation logins. It can help streamline what you've got to do and makes it very easy. Yubico Authenticator. This is one where it uses the NFC chip to help you with the password. So if somebody gets your phone, they don't get your codes. They have to have that USB token, which doesn't always have to plug into USB. By the way, in case of one of the tokens, you put it near the phone and it gives you the current set of token values for all the logins you've got set up. Password Injector is another one. This one I've just recently started using, and it allows you to not even have to use the keyboard. You can tap things on your phone and it will put in the username, password, and can even have support for the tokens such as Google Authenticator, what it can display on the screen, so you don't have to type that. So again, it's just, there's any number of ways to do it, and what I'm going to help you through in the book is showing you the different options, showing you what is available, and just get a feel for it. You may find that you prefer one over the other. Again, it's adding a whole nother layer of protection and making your accounts that much less likely to be gotten into. Crafting a strong password is another thing that I'm going to cover in the book, and this is very important. It is absolutely essential you do not use the same password on more than one site, because once one account has been compromised, guess what? That's the first password they're going to try when they start going to other sites. So things like, password 123, the breed of your dog, if it's a beagle or a dachshund, those can be what are called dictionary passwords. That's just a list of things that the hackers will use to try to get into your account. If you start doing things like putting punctuation, left paren, left bracket, exclamation, period, putting numbers in, putting upper and lower case in, the more variation you can put on your password. And some websites are not set up to handle some of this, so you may have to do some adapting. But the more you can do will make your accounts that much harder to get into. Account security questions. This is another area where someone that I know got their accounts broken into and kept getting them broken into because they had used account security questions that could be the answers which could be looked up on the internet. If somebody is trying to get in your accounts, they're going to do all sorts of research on you. Okay, what town did they grow up in? Things like that. And if your account security questions are tailored like that, that makes it that much easier for them to get into. So, we'll talk about that, whether it's to put wrong information in there. So if you were born and raised in Denver, you might want to say you were born and raised in Orlando. Better step beyond that is to use a set of letters and numbers, almost like another password, and put that value for the security question answer. And this is where having a password manager makes this much easier to do, because then you can keep track of what answers you've used for what questions on which sites. I know this is going to be a pain to deal with, but would you rather spend some time now and putting some additional safeguards in place, or having to clean things up after the fact? So again, it's just one step in the process. And what I'm going to go through in the book is talking to you about all the different steps to look at. You don't have to do these all day one, but you can bring them in over time. It's all a matter of finding what's going to work best for you. And as you get more and more comfort with doing different things, then you can increase the level of protection on your accounts. We'll do some side examples. I'll show you things of how this will look on the different sites, and how you set up for enhanced login protection, whether you call it two-factor. Some sites will send you a text message on your phone or an email saying, okay, here's your 6-digit password that you will enter in on top of the username and password you've already got. So we'll talk about that. And then I'll also have some videos showing you how the different protection options look, what you can expect to find from them, and just getting comfortable with it. So it's just a matter of finding what's going to work best for you and what you're most comfortable with. At the time I'm recording this video, the book is just now showing up for pre-ordering on Amazon. You can go to www.ronnutter.com/PYOPO. Once the book goes up for sale, the screen will change and actually send you to that page. At this point, it will get you to a form to fill in. And once the book does go to release, I will send you an email, let you know it's available to order. And then as you register the book, after you've bought it, what I'll also do is as I produce additional content that may not be able to make it into the book, I'm looking at possibly doing an online course. There's several things where I'm looking to add additional value to what you've already done with the book. Then I'll let you know how that is going to work as well. So thank you very much for your time, and hopefully you'll be seeing you purchase a copy of the book here at some point. Thank you very much.